Hello everyone, welcome to the Let's Talk Show. Friends, Let's Talk Show is an attempt to bring all the intellectuals, leaders, entrepreneurs on this platform. If you also wanted to be a guest on the Let's Talk Show, please share your details in the comment section. We bring a lot of value through this video podcast. Today's guest is someone who is the stalwart for the insurance industry, and he has lived his life with 36 years as a leader, and he has been a successful leader, Mr.RD Mathur. I am personally touched and I really admire him a lot. And let's watch and go into the video podcast with. Thank you so much. Now let's go into the podcast and learn about leadership, learn about insurance industry, visual development.
Every individual has a different trigger. You need to recognize that trigger. What triggers Pankaj may not be triggering to RD Mathur. What triggers to me may not be triggering to somebody else. So it is situation based, it is principle based, it is value based. It's been said, छोटी सोच और पैर में मोच आदमी को आगे नहीं बढ़ने देती है. So think big.
Thank you so much, RD Boss, for joining for this podcast, long-awaited podcast. And this is something the dream come true kind of thing for me. You are on this Let's Talk show. I do not know, sir, how many people you really inspired throughout your career and the life. There are leaders which known. I remember the book of Robin Sharma, Leader Without Title. And you absolutely definitely fall under the category, leader who really inspires by everything you do. I do not know how many of stories what you were keep on telling and sharing people and inspiring. I remember and I use in my training programs what I learned from you. So it's an amazing, day for me, Sunday morning, and you are here with me. Nothing like it, sir. Thank you so much for joining, sir.
Pankaj, first and foremost, thank you so very much for this lovely invite. And, I have always been a big fan of yours because the journey you have traveled so far is remarkable and equally inspiring. And, it's great talking to leaders like you. Pleasure.
Sir, I would like to start this with the first question. Share about your journey, sir. To our audience must know the way you have grown up, and share about your age also.
So, Pankaj, when I talk about my journey, let me just share a bit about myself. As far as my personal life is concerned, I live with my father and my wife in this city of Bhopal. It's a beautiful city of lakes. I've been blessed with 2 sons and 1 daughter-in-law. They both are settled in their life. Elder one is associate professor with IIT Kanpur, and younger one is working in MathWorks at Boston, US. And that's what my family is. I have a sister. She is in Alwar and her husband is with Dhaba, India. So that's what my personal life is concerned. And, my professional journey has completed 35 years and 4 months precisely. I started my career with Eureka Forbes as a door-to-door salesman. And then grew to a level of general manager heading north for Eureka Forbes. And then, insurance was the in thing in 2001, 2, and 3. So I took a bit long because the attachment which I had with my company did not allow me to switch very, very quickly. So in 2007, I came and joined Max Life, and I worked there for 9 years, and currently I'm with Kotak Life from last 6.5 years. So precisely 19 years with Eureka Forbes, and then with Max Life, and now 6.5 years with Kotak. That's what my professional journey is. So I really enjoyed 33 years of leadership uh, during these 35 years of my career. So I really believe in one philosophy that you talked about age also. So age is just a number. That number to me, which has been given by the biological clock, is 57.
Sir, you inspires. I do not know many, like me. What inspires you?
What inspires me? Today, it's different times, different things inspire you. But to be very honest, this generation, young generation, inspires me a lot. When I see their enthusiasm, when I see their aspirations, I always feel like, how can I contribute my bit to them so that they can achieve their dreams, they can achieve their goals. That's what inspires me. That is one. Number two thing which inspires me a lot is कि आदि यार तेरे में भी कितना मसाला बाकी है, give your best to it. You know, being at my own best, that matters a lot to me.
Sir, I don't know, whatever you shared in the, I grew up with the examples what you were keep on giving from Eureka Forbes. And, the same was Rakesh Sharma and other people, they keep on repeating the things. And the story is the banda hai to dhanda hai. When you have people, you can do you magic. If you kindly share, as you have been a successful leader for many years, right? And the sustainability is, something which is the mastery over a leadership. What are the few leadership attributes you would like to share with, all the aspiring leaders and the current leaders?
Look, Pankaj, it's a very deep question, first and foremost. And by the book, if I go, then the leadership definition is bit, different. People say you need to be strategic, you need to be analytical, you need to be decision making. Then people say you need to be relator, you need to be an arranger, for that matter. There are a lot of things which has been said by Gallup in the leadership traits. There are 36 traits which a leader has. But to me, leadership is very simple. If you are able to put an impact in people's life, in your team's life, find in that individual's life towards the positivity, find towards their development in terms of profession, in terms of making them, you are enabling them to create wealth. That's what is the leadership all about. You are able to lead a life. Leading somebody's life is all about leadership is. And I think good leaders influence people very positively. That's one. Good people, good leaders rather, they take team's goal as their goal. Good leaders, I also feel, build skills of people, relentlessly. They are able to unlearn and learn from everyone, whether they are team members, whether they are supervisors, whether the surroundings, whether today the social media. You get a lot of things to learn. So keep open to learn. That's another thing. And finally, I strongly feel leadership is submission. You need to surrender yourself towards a cause. And if you are able to influence people with you, then you are a good leader. That's what I feel leadership is all about. And I also have an opinion. Leadership is one thing which cannot be tailor-made today. Every individual has a different trigger. You need to recognize that trigger. What triggers Pankaj may not be triggering to RD Mathur. What triggers to me may not be triggering to somebody else. So it is situation based, it is principle based, it is value based. So that's what it is, Pankaj.
Wonderful,
I
sir.
hope I have been able to answer.
Amazing, sir. The way, whenever I am talking to the people from Sagar, Atul Rikolia, Akhilesh, Rakesh, sir, and, all these people, one most important thing, when your people are ready to emulate your style, your things, and they are ready to implement, that's the success for a leaders. And people really wanted to, and Atul always used to talk to me, Akhilesh always used to talk to me, and this first sentence is, sir Pankaj, I would like to become, Mathur sir in me, right?
Oh,
So the way his leadership, the way you really influence people, it's an amazing, I think that's the big success for a leader. So whatever you say, people will be ready to implement. The important thing is, whenever we are making a strategy to implement something to achieve a bigger goal and like this. And I remember all your meetings, and how you address to the large group of people and inspire them. So this is what, which go along with the people, and this is one thing which people always carry forward along with them. Now,
correct.
coming to the important next question, sir. One of the most important thing for a leader to make a decision. How do you make decision? What really, triggers you, and what are the strategies which normally you use to make a decisions?
It's a very powerful question, Pankaj. I must acknowledge. Uh, Again, to me, decision making is a continuous process for each one of us, and to me as well. Whenever I take a decision, I always, understand the impact of that decision. So it should impact in two ways on people's life. One is on their performance, or second is on their behavior. If you are able to impact these two things positively, then your decision is a good decision. So, for that matter, if somebody is having challenges on, let's say, behavior, fine. Your decision should be, impacting their behaviors in a positive way. It should be correcting their behavior. So, you need to take a decision whether it's a tough decision, whether it is encouraging people to continue that behavior. Both ways, it is important, to appreciate them, or to, be on a tougher side when it is not right. Similarly, on the performance, when people are performing, your decisions should accelerate their performance. That's very important. Fine. When their performance they are going down, your decision should enable them, should help them, to support them. That's what I strongly believe in while taking a decision. So impact is
Wonderful.
the word which need to be there in a positive sense towards the other people to whom that is going to be executed, or even for yourself as well. If I have to take a decision on myself, I'll definitely think twice whether it is going to impact on me, my behaviors to be corrected, then the decision has to be this. If it is going to impact my performance, then the decision should be there. So that's what I strongly feel about decision making.
Amazing, sir. Next important question: how to face failure? Many young leaders, from BE schools, many young leaders, those who are recently and the newly promoted leaders, it's difficult for them to, whenever they see failure, they take it on heart. And I personally believe is the failure is the highway to success. First attempt in learning. This is what the full form of failure itself says. How do you see, sir, and what would you like to communicate to all these kind of leaders?
So, Pankaj, whatever books I have read about leaders, fine, may it be, Jack Welch, may it be Stephen R. Covey, may it be Ram Charan, they talk about execution, everything. All these leaders are some of 90 mistakes and 10 correct things. You cannot control things which are not controllable. So, failure to me is part and parcel of your journey. If you get success in every bit of your life, then you are going to get nirvana soon. So one should embrace failure by saying it's an incidence. So as the success. If success does not goes to your mind, failure will not go to your heart. So we need to understand this. That failure is of a task, not of an individual. Failure is a temporary thing, so as the success is a temporary thing. Life has to go on. People will remember for what we have learned from our failures. People will remember us what we have contributed to them. They will be least bothered about how many times we have been failing or we have been successful. People only remember us for one thing, that is what as an individual we have contributed to them. So failure should never go to the heart. My message to the young generation is very simple. Today, if you have got a failure, remember tomorrow is a new day with a new opportunity. So embrace that, be ready for that. One failure or even 100 failures or even 1,000 failures cannot define you. So as 100 success cannot define you, tomorrow what you're going to do will define day after tomorrow about you.
Superb, sir. Amazing, amazing learning, sir. Now, sir, you have been more than 3 decades, right? And a lot of changes are happening. The day you remember, the day you joined the industry and you like Eureka Forbes, and the way people are working today. How do you see the pace of change over and above these all decades by decades and more than 3 decades now?
So, Pankaj, changes are happening very rapid, made with technology, made with human behaviors. What was important yesterday is it does not matters today. AI is the new thing. So today, I remember when somebody used to ask me, write an email. I used to be bogged up, yeah, what am I going to write? But today's generation, a 20-year guy goes to ChatGPT, puts a command, and he gets an email which is, superior to anything because that's a AI-driven email people use. And today's generation, Pankaj, if I talk about, they we it has been taught to us that maintain work life balance, but today's generation is life work balance type of generation. That's one. Number two is they need instant gratification. In our times opportunities were not that much. Today's generation, they decide what to do. Decision making remains in their hands, and they would like to work in an environment where they feel that I am contributing to the success of the larger goal of the organization, not to their bosses. They don't believe in that culture of, sir, fine, G. They will only say thank you to a man who has contributed significantly to them. So it's a generation of instant gratification. It's a generation not of lifestyle. They have got lifestyle fine from their parents. They are of the leisure of life they would like to have. So you see, today 19 years or a 20-year guy will come to you if your son or daughter. I think they are so old, but they are that much old. They are so as much young. I mean to say, fine. They'll come to you and they say, Papa, I'm going to Bali, I'm going to Singapore, I'm to Goa, and they will not say, कि please मुझे लेके चलो. They will say, I'm going. So it's a change in generation, and it is good. They are becoming independent, which is nice. Yeah, but
So how true is this, sir, that I don't know how many flights I have taken as of now in my life. Ishan has taken this within, 3 months, whatever the flights, international and domestic too. And I really sometimes really need to think before talking to even my own son. Then what I really need to talk to him. He's expert into AI, machine learning, and this AI kind of thing, the Web3 and all this. And he's advocating that he's icon for many people in the country and
Exactly.
beyond country also. So I really need to sometime really think that is this the right thing I'm going to talk to him or something. What you said is absolutely right. He is not asking Papa, should I go or not. He already made a reservation for entire family. Papa, let's go to Bangkok and Thailand. We will be having
Yes.
one week tour over there. He booked flight and hotels and everything over there. And
Great.
first, this is the second trip we had along with the family in Thailand, and absolutely done by the Ishan. I was so fortunate. After visiting this Thailand, I was talking to my wife that at least once we should have once in a year that abroad kind of the experience. We will now make sure that sometime some or other country we will visit. So absolutely, what you are sharing is I am experiencing in my life, sir. And
Great.
our kids, Ishan, and these people are the live example of all those things. Coming to the next important question, sir, you have been in the industry, insurance industry, and the stalwart for the industry. Uh, Share something about the importance of insurance. Now we are still at the I think not very much evolved in the country India as such compared to the European country and the other countries. How it is important and still what are the modification and the changes in the belief system of the people are really needed in the community.
Very good question. And this question is very close to my heart. Why I say so is, first and foremost, this perception that somebody is coming to us who is known to us will be pushing us to buy life insurance has to be replaced with one thing, that life insurance is the key thing to plan protection when the earning member of the family is not there. It is the financial protection. Look, as in, our life cycle has got four major goals of life, four major accountabilities, responsibilities, as an mukhya of family one has. So one is, if I am there, I'll take care of you all. Second is, if I'm not there, even then I'm going to take care of you. That's what life insurance does. Protection, you know, uh, with the it's a protection against all the unwillful events. Or you see the example right now, Balasore train accident. There was a heading in newspaper, Pankaj, कि यार वो 29 पैसे का लाइफ इंश्योरेंस करा लेते हैं ना, families got some relief. Imagine if you meet those 5 families of people who are not there in the world today, will you be able to eat the food? But there are millions of families who are facing this challenge. I think the awareness has been increasing now, and people go for protection. That's one. Number two is, children education. That's very important. Many a people, many a people, they do not plan these events. Insurance is one saving tool which plans your children education. If you are there, you get money. If you are not there, you get sum assured. Fine. So in case of death of an earning member, the family gets sum assured so that children dream of completing their education does not gets a setback. It's been accomplished. Third is the retired life. Pankaj, in today's generation, even if you give the best of the values to your children, the circumstances are you will not be able to live with them. And as a parent, you would never like your hand to be like this because you have kept your hand like this all the times in life. So you have to have a dignified retired life. For that, you need to plan today as per our government regulations and the private organizations already. 2004 onwards, even government employees do not get pension. So we need to do a saving, and retired life is how much? We miscalculate at times. 30 years is a working life. Okay. 32 or 28 to 60 is 32 years precisely. And average Indian life is 77 years plus. So that means 17 years of retired life, where your expenses are going to be more on the medical front, on your security front, on managing a house, living with the support of some nursing staff or somebody else. You need more money in retired times. So the insurance is one avenue. You know, Again, you need to invest in a basket. You need to invest in every bit of, something in mutual funds, something in, let's say, e-gold, or something in real estate. But yes, you cannot ignore insurance, because that's very critical. So you need to have a decent share of your saving in insurance. That's what I feel. Insurance is one thing which everybody should have. Developed countries, 100% people have got life insurance. Fine. There are countries, if you want to travel, if you do not have a particular sum of insurance, you cannot travel to those countries today. So I think India is changing. India is changing very rapidly. People are becoming aware. Today's generation is much aware.
Yeah.
And insurance industry, IRDA, is also taking various initiatives to increase penetration of insurance in the country. So that's what my take on life insurance is. It's a must thing. It is not a choice. It's a
Sir,
must.
after this COVID, I feel that people have much more, realized the importance of insurance for themselves, for their family, health protection, overall, the thing. Still, I think a way to go for a country like India. Now here, so much of disparity is there into the financial status of in the community. This also, the one of the reason people, those who are coming up to on that level of the strata in the community, they realize and they are having the good of the kind of sum assured. But still, the bottom below and the mid and below level people, they need to really put something. Very good example you shared about this Balasore kind of example. Whenever you are booking a ticket for the ticket train and the flight, they're asking, would you like to get insured or without insured? And where do you click? That really makes a difference here. We do not know what will may going to happen tomorrow. The kind of accidents, the kind of ignorance, that many reasons are there. But yes, it was its own importance, and we realize once something happened, that's the point. The people and entire family member, the sufferers are the people over there. Yeah. Sir, now coming to the question, any message which you would you like to convey to the young leaders, sales managers, especially insurance industry, and the leaders, maybe the area business managers and kind of people, journey they are going through. Sometime initial time, they are in the dilemma. Am I at the right space? Is this the right industry I have chosen? Kindly throw some light on this, sir.
Again, it's a very good question. So, Pankaj, uh, one basic message to all the people who are in life insurance, and the people I really want should aspire to join life insurance industry is, as far as the scope and your career opportunities are concerned, remember the penetration currently is hovering around 4 to 5.5% in the country. So there is 95% market which is available, right? So that's one message. So insurance has got a tremendous scope to have a good career. Number two is, people who are in life insurance, uh, you know, they need to understand a very simple fundamental of life. So people who are working with life insurance industry, the only mantra to build a career in life insurance is work hard and acquire skills, understand clients' need. It has been in saying in insurance, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. That actually means in insurance, you need to meet lot of people. Fine, to convince them. It's the time like this. But yes, it's a very rewarding industry. People have created amazing wealth in life insurance industry. People are enjoying life insurance as a business. People being in life insurance community feels pride because it is said it is not the business of selling life insurance policy. It is the business of settling claims. It is the emotion of settling claims. So I will only say three things. Be persistent. Have a long-term span in one company because you build teams with a lot of hard work. So with small benefits, do not run here, there, helter shelter. Stick to one gun and keep shooting because it needs persistence. And third is hard work. Find and make a lot of money here. Create a lot of wealth for you. वो आज भी बोलते हैं पैसे की पहचान यहाँ इंसान की कीमत कुछ भी नहीं बच के निकलना इस बस्ती से करता मोहब्बत कोई नहीं इसमें परिवार इंक्लूड नहीं है दोस्त ओके और दोस्त भी कुछ खास अच्छे दोस्त हो तो बहुत अच्छी बात है That's it, Pankaj, from my side.
Lovely, sir. So this is what I was missing, in your entire this conversation, what you shared. Last thing, sir. Would you like to communicate anything to our audience? We have discussed about the leadership qualities, abilities. We have discussed about insurance. We have discussed about what are the attributes of, for the young sales people. Over and above this niche segment of your insurance, life is much, much bigger and larger. Your relationship, your community, people around you, their expectation, your family members, your friends. It's a whole the massive thing. So, what message would you like to communicate to our audience, sir?
So, Pankaj, my message to people is, you should think big. It's been said, छोटी सोच और पैर में मोच आदमी को आगे नहीं बढ़ने देती है. So think big. Number two is life is one. So have share of fun. That is said like this, मस्ती से काम करो, काम में मस्ती मत करो. That's what my message to the entire young generation is all about. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy every bit of life. You might succeed in some attempts, you might fail, but life has to be and take it with the stride. Do not overthink. Do not overthink. It's just one thing which has happened today might glitter tomorrow.
Amazing, sir. Thank you so much for being on the Let's Talk show. I'm sure the nuggets, the wisdom what you shared will be very, very helpful for all of us, and will be very helpful to make us more strong, to stand against all the big, tough, the rough days in the life of everyone. And we would love to connect with you again, sir. Possibly, I'll see the opportunity to come over there in Bhopal, or
Anytime.
yeah, would like to come and shoot something, in person. And that's where when you radiate, you really radiate with your personality, with your smile, with your talk and everything, sir. Eagerly looking for an opportunity. But thank you so much for being here on this show.
Thank you, Pankaj. I really enjoyed, and I wish you and your channel all the very best. I am sure, as always, you have been doing very great. So keep it up. And good cause, Pankaj. I must appreciate you are sharing your bit with the younger generation so that they can enrich themselves. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.